Nutrition in Plants, Part 1. Leaf changes, it decolorizes and color of the solution becomes green. Dip the leaf in a dilute solution of iodine for a few minutes. Take out the leaf and rinse off the iodine solution. The blue color appears only in those parts of leaf which were green in color. The blue color will not appear in non-green parts. This shows that the starch formation takes place only in green parts of the leaves. Thus, the chlorophyll is essential for photosynthesis. Nutrition in Plants, Part 2. The raw materials required for photosynthesis are carbon dioxide and water. The gaseous exchange in plants takes place in the leaves through the tiny pores in the surface of leaves called stomata. Now let's study the importance of carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. Take two healthy potted plants which are nearly the same size. Keep them in the dark room for 5 days. Now place each plant on separate glass plates. Place a watch glass containing potassium hydroxide by the side of one of the plants. Potassium hydroxide used absorbs carbon dioxide. Name this plant as A and the other one as B. Cover both plants with separate bell jars. Seal the bottom of the jars to the glass plates using Vaseline so that the setup is airtight. Keep the plants in sunlight for about 3 to 4 hours. Pluck a leaf from each plant. Dip the leaves in boiling water. Immerse Place them in test tube or beaker containing alcohol and carefully place them in water bath and heat till the alcohol begins to boil. After removing the chlorophyll, dip the leaves in dilute solution of iodine for a few minutes. Now, rinse off the iodine by washing the leaves. What do you observe? The leaf of plant B turns blue, showing the synthesis of starch. The leaf of plant A remains colorless, showing the absence of starch. This is because the carbon dioxide of plant A was absorbed by potassium hydroxide and the plant failed to get carbon dioxide and did not perform photosynthesis. This shows that CO2 is necessary for photosynthesis. Nutrition in plants, Part 3. We know that carbon dioxide is absorbed through the stomata. Since large amounts of water can also be lost through these stomata, the plant closes these pores when it does not need carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. The opening and closing of the pores is a function of guard cells. The guard cells swell when water flows into them, causing the stomata pores to open. Similarly, the pores close if the guard cells shrink. The other raw material for photosynthesis, that is water, is taken up from the soil by the roots in plants. Other materials like nitrogen, phosphorus, iron and magnesium are taken up from the soil. Nitrogen is an essential element used in the synthesis of proteins and taken up in the form of inorganic nitrates or nitrites, or it is taken up as organic compounds which have been prepared by bacteria from atmospheric nitrogen. Let's now see what activity happens during the process of photosynthesis. The major events that occur during photosynthesis are 1. Absorption of light energy by chlorophyll. 2. Conversion of light energy to chemical energy and splitting of water molecules into hydrogen and oxygen. 3. Reduction of carbon dioxide to carbohydrate. Nutrition in human beings. All living organisms need nutrients, food, to build up most of their own body molecules and to get energy for doing work. The process by which the organisms obtain and utilize the nutrients in various biological activities is called nutrition. In this module, we will learn about the nutrition in human beings. Human beings are heterotrophic, omnivorous organisms. They obtain their food from plants, animals, and their products by holozoic mode of nutrition. The essential components of human diet are 1. Water. 2. Carbohydrates. 3. Fats. 4. Proteins. 5. Minerals. And 6. Vitamins. Holozoic nutrition in human beings involves 4 steps. Ingestion, when the food is taken in through the mouth. Digestion, when the big organic molecules are broken into smaller ones inside the body with the help of digestive system. Absorption, when the simple molecules are absorbed into the cells. Assimilation, when the absorbed nutrients are utilized inside the cell. The human digestive system consists of an alimentary canal and associated digestive glands. The alimentary canal is a long tube with muscular walls, glandular epithelial lining and varying diameter. It extends from mouth to the anus. When uncoiled, the alimentary canal measures nearly 9 meters long tube in which the ducts of several digestive glands open to secrete their respective digestive secretions. The alimentary canal consists of several organs: mouth, buccal or oral cavity, pharynx, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and 3 glands associated with it are salivary glands in buccal cavity, liver, pancreas. We eat various types of food which has to pass through the same digestive tract. Digestion in mouth and esophagus. The food is first crushed in our mouth with our teeth. There in the buccal cavity, a fluid secreted from salivary glands called saliva wets the crushed food. The saliva also contains an enzyme called salivary amylase that breaks down starch and glycogen into maltose. Then the wet food is pushed further into the alimentary canal through esophagus. The wall of esophagus is highly muscular. The esophagus exhibits peristaltic movement, that is, contraction and expansion movement of walls, so that the partially digested food is pushed forward in the tract. This peristaltic movement occurs throughout the alimentary canal. From the mouth, the food is pushed to the stomach through the food pipe or esophagus. Digestion in stomach. Further digestion of food takes place in the stomach. The muscular walls of the stomach help in mixing the food thoroughly with gastric juices. There are 3 types of gastric glands present on the inner surface of the stomach wall which secrete hydrochloric acid, protein digesting enzyme pepsin, and mucus. The hydrochloric acid creates an acidic medium which facilitates the action of the enzyme pepsin. The mucus protects the inner lining of the stomach from the action of the acid. The sphincter muscle in stomach releases the food in small amounts into the small intestine. Digestion in small intestine. The small intestine is the longest part of the alimentary canal and is site of complete digestion of carbohydrates, proteins and fats. It is divided into 3 parts: duodenum, jejunum and ileum. It receives the secretions of liver and pancreas. The food coming down from the stomach is acidic and has to be made alkaline for the pancreatic enzyme to act. Bile juice from the liver is stored in the gallbladder until required in the duodenum. Bile juice provides alkaline medium and breaks the large globules of fat into small globules and increases the efficiency of enzyme action. The pancreas secretes pancreatic juice which contains enzymes like trypsin and lipase. Trypsin helps in the digestion of protein and lipase breaks down the emulsified fats. The walls of the small intestine contain glands which secretes intestinal juice called succus entericus, which is a mixture of several enzymes. These enzymes finally convert the proteins into amino acids, complex carbohydrates into glucose, and fats into fatty acids and glycerol. All these products are soluble in water and very easily absorbed by the walls of the intestine, which contain blood capillaries. The inner lining of small intestine has numerous finger-like projections called villi, which increase the surface area for absorption. The villi are richly supplied with blood vessels, which takes the absorbed food to each and every cell of the body. In the cells, the nutrients are utilized for obtaining energy, building up new tissues, and repair of old tissues. This process is known as assimilation. Digestion in large intestine. The small intestine is followed by large intestine, which also consists of 3 parts: cecum, colon, and rectum. Absorption may also occur in large intestine, but due to absence of villi, mainly water is absorbed. The undigested food is collected as feces in the rectum, where rectal wall mainly absorbs water from the undigested food. The rectal wall also secretes mucus for lubrication. The fecal matter is egested out through the anal opening. The exit of this waste material is regulated by the anal sphincter muscles. After this module, you must have understood the nutrition of human beings.